Our task is to write operations specifying how to machine our part. At the beginning, in channel 1, you see here in this drawing that first operation is facing. We should insert it within the loop in this place. It means here in addition section. To insert new operation, we should select Addition in the top menu and then click Create New Operation icon. You see that a line looking like comment was inserted, and I write here the description of operation type. But it isn't only a comment, it determines the beginning of new operation. When we click Time column, then you see that duration of machining is estimated for each program section contained between two new operation lines. If we write here ISO codes describing machining of our part without introducing new operations, then all of this section will be treated as one operation and only one duration time will be estimated. Please notice that on the left side of some blocks we have green bars. They denote that in this block there is working movement. Cutting off tool on position T130 is our current tool. We would like to change it to a tool used for facing. Let's check in tool catalog here. We will use front turning tool to make facing. It is important to check geometries of current and next tools always before changing of a tool. In our case, geometries are the same, so we can safely move support in y-axis. But please keep in mind that during setup, when we assemble these tools, and measure them on a machine, geometries can differ. So it is necessary also then to check if we can position in y-axis safely. Let's return to addition. We should also check the bar position and previous tool, in our case cutting off tool, position at the end of previous operation. It means here you see that bar is slightly retracted and cutting off tool is retracted above material, as you see here in this picture. So it means that we can safely move this whole support in y-axis to position our front turning tool in Y to have tip of this tool in the center of a bar. Material thickness to face was determined in part info in the form part here, as you see. But please look at this drawing. It shows where part 0 is placed. Part 0 position was calculated in the initial section of our program and stored in G54. But please look that it is placed on the face of a bar, but after facing. It means that I can write now positioning of our front turning tool in this way. In our case, main spindle rotates at this moment with the same speed as used for initial cutoff. This rotation speed also was determined in part info, but in cutting form, you see that this is 5000 RPM. We can keep this value for facing, but I'll add this specification just for clarity of a program. Next will be approach to a bar. 13 because bar diameter is 12. After it, working movement to face. Then slightly retract a bar and our front turning tool. We finish this operation with retracting this whole support up. It means with referencing in x-axis. And that's all. Maybe you've noticed that duration estimation was updated all the time when I was writing ISO codes. Also, cycle time is estimated. To display estimation of cycle time, let's click bottom panel, and then here at the bottom of the screen you see the calculated estimation of cycle time and also estimation how many parts will be produced per minute and hour respectively. The layout of operations in both channels is also presented as you see here. Operations are displayed with green or gray background. Yellow background shows us, highlights the current operation. What does it mean, this green color? It is used for critical operations. Critical means that duration of this operation influences directly cycle time. Gray background is used to show non-critical operations which not influence cycle time. Please look here. At our stage of program preparation, this facing operation lasts shorter than simultaneously executed operation in channel 2. It means that in channel 2, this operation is critical. Now our facing isn't critical. The same rule is applied in presentation time column. Please look that critical are displayed in green, non-critical in gray. We can also show positions in axis in function of time. We can do it by clicking this icon graph, and you see the charts in axis. Green color shows working movements, and of course we can change configuration of axis, but not only axis. Please look that we can select also drives available on our machine. Let's click on S1 main spindle, and you see that for our facing the rotation speed is really 5000 RPM. Let's return to our x-axis, and here we can select, for instance, Z1 axis. Positions displayed are given in machine coordinate system. Let's close graphs and return to our facing operation. Facing is such an operation which is widely used in many programs. It would be convenient to us to have the possibility of storing it and then using in the other programs. How to do it? First, we should click Library, and you see that library prepared by Tornos contains already many operations. We will discuss and use them later, but now we would like to create our own library. So let's click with right button on this Tornos and select New Library. In this line, we should write name of our library, for instance, my operations, and confirm. And we have our own library created. And now we would like to store facing operation in this library. To do it, we should click this operation and just drag it to the area of our library. You see that it was added. Here at the bottom, you see ISO codes contained in this operation. If we would like to remove any operation from our library, we should click with right button on this operation and select remove. If it happens that we would like to delete the whole library, we should select from the top menu Options item, then select Settings, highlight Library, highlight Library to delete, and delete it just clicking this cross. Let's close displaying of library. And by the way, I'd like to tell you that I'd like to emphasize that TISIS contains extensive help, and within this help we can find also how to manipulate with libraries, bottom panel, and so on. So let's click Help, then select TISIS Help, and here we should click Tips and Tricks. In this column on the left, we should find the needed item. In our case, for instance, it could be Operation Library, and here you can watch a short film showing how to manipulate with libraries.